Digivation Network.
Hello to a global audience and especially you. I especially welcome you to this edition of the show Digivation Network, Africa's leading technology, business and innovation program on television. I am Adaze Okeaine, standing in for the regular anchor, Bayero Agabi. To be part of this show, please follow us on our social media handles displayed on your screen and subscribe to our YouTube for more new editions at www.youtube.com/Digivation Network.
This is Digivation Network.
On the show this week, we will bring you a special report on children online safety and security. Plus, our guest of the week, Professor Mohammed Bello Abubakar, the Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone, on how technology helped the economy by providing seamless connectivity when the coronavirus hit. And not forgetting our top 5s, featuring most exciting top 5 tech hubs in the world. But first, the trending news as compiled by Princely Momodu.
Hello, I'm Bayero Agabi, welcoming you to this new ride, a digital ride that takes you into the lifestyle experience of innovation, tech impact, and new business frontiers. This is Digivation Network. On a weekly basis, we keep you well informed of developments and trends. Now the tech ecosystem is impacting politics, business, public and private enterprise management, plus how the new digital life can transform your business. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us.
Microsoft is working with the government of Nigeria, launching several big projects to accelerate digital transformation in the country. The project aims to focus on the areas of connectivity, skilling, and digital transformation. Speaking in a formal video announcement of the partnership, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, said the government is committed to leveraging technology and innovation to bring better outcomes across a wide area of governance concerns. The projects will involve collaboration with various government agencies as implementing partners, including the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Nigerian Institute of Cultural Orientation, and various other local partners. MTN Nigeria's mobile subscribers declined by 5 million to 71.5 million as of March 2021. The telecommunications giant has blamed the effects of customer churn and the regulatory restrictions on new SIM sales and activations as major causes of the decline. This was contained in MTN Nigeria's unaudited results for the quarter ended 31st March 2021. Generally, Nigerians' active telephone subscriptions declined by over 11 million in 5 months, and active data users declined marginally by 71,000 to 32.5 million. From trending issues and news in the past week, we take you now to our special report on child online safety and security.
Are there any measures taken by your parents to ensure that what you do with your phone is regulated?
When I'm busy, when I have work to do or assignments, they collect the phone so that I won't be distracted.
Okay. That's good. So do you think that there should be any form of regulation or restriction from people of your age to use the smartphone?
There should be, but not that much. Depending on the time you use the phone, how you use it, who you are talking to, what time you are chatting, there should be, but not like monitoring you, the person. Though they must know the person that you are chatting with too, but they must not read your conversation.
They must not.
They must not now.
As the cyberspace continues to expand at the speed of light in every part of the world, the insecurity that comes along with it is not particular to Nigeria. Total amount of money spent on cybersecurity every year tops every other tech spending because of its peculiarity. In Nigeria, both young and old are targets and likewise fall victims.
I try to put restrictions to prevent them from going into malicious sites and sites that can impact them negatively.
Speaking about different dangers, people usually think about hackers and bad guys and and so on. But actually, I think that for children, the main danger is content on the internet.
Threats to children internet safety include invasion of privacy, cyberbullying, sexting, and harassment. Options to protect children include parental controls, app and tracking software, but the most effective way to keep kids safe is to talk with them about online risk and how to avoid them and how they can come to you when something goes wrong.
There's a lot of social engineering attacks which involve human beings, communication by the fraudsters with the victim directly. A lot of the time it could be through telephone calls. Sometimes it could be a simple message that is sent to you. Oh, my child or my friend is ill. We need money. Please send the money to this bank in order to save a life. So it appeals to the consciousness of people. People want to be kind to other people. Sometimes the fraudsters will make a phone call and tell you, good afternoon, Jackson, I'm calling from the central bank BVN desk. We want your system to work very well. So we want your ATM to be very effective. So once what is going to happen is you will receive a code. Once you see the code, give it to us and then we'll activate it. Your ATM card will work very well. All of that is just social engineering.
Cyber attacks come in different forms, with the perpetrator carefully unlawfully sneaking into people's devices without permission to steal vital information, money, and other important things. Experts believe some of the responsibility falls in the hands of the people and not the regulators.
That was a special report on child's online safety. If you have just joined us, this is the Digivation Network, your leading business, technology, and innovation show on television. I am Adaze Okiaine. For more trends, news, gifts, and innovation, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Digivation Network.
This is AIT Infotech Network, reaching you from Freetown in Sierra Leone,
Accra, the Ghanaian capital,
Addis Ababa in Ethiopia,
Johannesburg in South Africa,
we are in Cairo in Egypt,
Tunis, the Tunisian capital,
Cape Town in South Africa,
reaching you from Dubai, Hanover in Germany,
live from Chicago, Las Vegas in the United States of America, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, we are in Beijing, China,
in London, England. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us.
This is the Digivation Network. At this point, we bring you our top 5s featuring the most exciting top 5 tech hubs in the world with Gideon Tobiloba.
Thanks, Adaze. I welcome you viewers to another segment of the Top 5s. I'm Gideon Tobiloba. As technology continues to dictate the pace of the advancement in this world today, we thought of a review of its activities as per location in different parts of the world, and therefore decides to bring you the top 5 tech hubs in the world. So here are the top 5 tech hubs in the world which are most likely to lead the tech space over the next decade. As usual, I'll be going from 5 to 1, and standing on 5 is Tokyo. With a growing venture capital base, world-class infrastructure, and an increasingly global and highly educated talent pool, Tokyo is emerging as one of the world's cities of choice for tech startups. Although Japan is still a highly traditional and hierarchical society, things are starting to change in business. Two industry subsectors are particularly gaining traction in Tokyo's tech ecosystem: manufacturing and robotics and fintech. The total amount of funding raised by Japanese startups in 2019 stood at $4.09 billion US, which makes Tokyo tech ecosystem valued at $25 billion. From Tokyo, we go to Tel Aviv, which stands at number 4. Tel Aviv has evolved into one of the world's leading hubs for technology and innovation. Israel's technology sector is growing faster than any other industry in the country. Innovations emerging particularly in the following subsectors: medical, automotive, aerospace, which makes Israel a world leader in UAV production and cybersecurity, with Israel exporting about $6.5 billion cybersecurity products every year. Tel Aviv tech ecosystem is valued at $47 billion. Standing on my third top 5 tech hubs in the world is London. London is the third most important tech hub in the world today. According to the latest statistics, UK tech investment topped £10 billion for the first time, with the tech industry growing 6 times faster than any other industry in the UK. The city's thriving tech environment is nurtured by one of the world's leading startup ecosystems, a startup visa program, and access to funding. The startup visa is now a 2-year visa route established in spring of 2019, created for early stage but highly potential entrepreneurs who are starting a business in the UK for the first time. Entrepreneurs looking to take their business to the next level benefit from the knowledge and experience of 125 incubators. London tech ecosystem, valued at $92 billion, continues to grow. Now to number 2 is Singapore, named the miniature Silicon Valley. Singapore is a powerhouse for tech. There is no miracle behind the city's outstanding success but hard work, a well-written government strategy, and, as they say in real estate, location, location, location. First and foremost, the government's main goal is to create an innovation culture by attracting the right talent with the right mindset. Secondly, the business environment in Singapore benefits from low taxes, a well-developed IT infrastructure, and strong investment opportunities. As part of the 2020 Research, Innovation and Enterprise Plan, the government sustained its commitment to research, innovation, and enterprise by investing $19 billion. Despite the pandemic, Singapore managed to attract $17.2 billion in fixed assets investment in 2020. Singapore tech ecosystem is valued at $210 billion. Now to my number 1, as expected, is Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is the world's top tech hub today, with a $128,308 per capita in the annual gross domestic product (GDP) PPP. If Silicon Valley were a country, it would be the second wealthiest in the world, behind Qatar. Silicon Valley is home to major tech companies such as Google, Apple, Hewlett-Packard, Facebook, Netflix, Adobe, eBay, Cisco, LinkedIn, etc. Young startup founders flock to Silicon Valley looking to attract funding from some of the world's top venture capital firms or investors like Mark Andreessen, Ron Conway, John Doerr, or Peter Thiel. Silicon Valley ecosystem is valued at a whopping $677 billion. These are the top 5 tech hubs in the world as of today, and until next week I come again with another informative segment of the top 5s. I remain Gideon Tubilaba. Back to Adaze.
Thanks for staying with us. That was the top 5 segment, which featured the top 5 tech hubs. Sure, you learned a lot there, just as I did.
This is Digivation Network.
In the past
1 year, the Federal Executive Council has held its weekly meetings virtually due to the outbreak of the dreaded coronavirus pandemic. Remarkably, Galaxy Backbone, Nigeria's digital infrastructure and shared services provider, charged with the responsibility to develop and implement a national network and data infrastructure for public and private institutions, has been the driver of this new normal. This is in line with the government's plan for the development of a digital economy, for which Galaxy Backbone has risen to the challenge of as our guest of the week.
The brotherhood or sisterhood, if you want, between the Galaxy Backbone and the NIDA, I may say. Actually, that kind of relationship has been very strong. If you look at it from many perspectives. If you look at it from the perspectives of the establishment of Galaxy itself. Galaxy was established in 2006, and when NIDA was about 5 years old, then I can say, and was established due to the need to consolidate the disparate networks that then were being operated, okay, by the different MDAs, putting them together on a shared platform, and so that there will be saved in cost and also in effectiveness of delivering ICT services to the MDAs. That was the reason, the major reason why the then President President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2006, after they went to some of our African states, particularly the Central African states, and they saw how they were able to somehow put together MDAs, have a kind of a shared platform, save costs and other things, and to rule organizations that they have formed. And that was what informed Mr. President. I think then he traveled with the governor of Jigawa State then, which was operating, I would say, the proto Galaxy Backbone, because he came up with an ICT outfit that he named the Galaxy for the Jigawa State, and it has gone wild. It has gone. It has done a lot of things, and then now Mr. President went together with this Saminu Turaki, that is the governor. They saw what was obtainable there in the African Central States, and then they came back, and with that in mind, they wanted to also bring about the same thing into Nigeria. So that was what informed the establishment of Galaxy. And it was established under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Under, again, to some extent, the Ministry of Science and Technology, as you will know, was the ministry that gave birth to NIDA itself. NIDA was a unit under the ministry then. And so subsequently, the first chairman of the board of Galaxy Backbone, okay, was Professor Agaye. And Professor Agaye was the DG of the NIDA. By then, NIDA was uplifted to a level of a parastatal. And so the first chairman of the Galaxy backbone was, the chairman of board was the DG of NIDA. So you can see the relationship. And not only that, when this NIDA, Galaxy, and also other parastatals, when the government decided to form Ministry of Communication Technology around 2011. So NIDA, Galaxy backbone, NITCOMSAT, NCC, they were all moved again to the same ministry. And we are presently under the same Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. So you can see again the second relationship. And the third one is the present Director General of the Galaxy, of the NIDA, that is Malam Kashif Inoa Abdullahi, was a former staff of Galaxy backbone. Okay, subsequently he moved to CBN, and then ultimately he now joined NIDA when the present minister was made the DG of NIDA. That was somewhere in 2015. And he was there as a technical advisor to the minister. So you can see that our relationship actually has been a very good relationship. It's a relationship of a brother and a sister all along. And in fact, NIDA as a regulatory body, otherwise would have said we are even the same. But as a regulatory body, for NIDA to still be an operator, it has become, you know, that is not the normal whatever that it is supposed to be. You cannot have a regulator and also an operator. And that was what separated to some extent the Galaxy backbone and the NIDA. We have been given a mandate to make sure that we have provided ICT services and solutions to the MDAs that will make them now leverage on ICT and do their jobs, execute their mandates, okay, and of course ultimately bring all the necessary services for the betterment of the country. So that was it. So now this pandemic and the issue of the protocols related to it, the only technology that we can fall back on and still make it possible for us to work has to be the ICT. So that made us to become into the forefront and makes Galaxy now to come into the forefront. When actually the Honorable Minister of Communication, who has been always thinking ahead, discerned that actually for that particular, that is, if I can recollect, it was about, I think, 23rd of March, somewhere on Monday, I think 23rd of March, either 22nd or 23rd. When he discerned that on Wednesday there may not be Federal Executive Council meeting. It was in the night he called me. He said there is now, I am giving you, what do you call it? Ultimatum or riot. He said he somehow dictated riot act on me. That you see, the possibility is that this Federal Executive Council is not going to meet, and we do not know when it is going to again come back to meet. So I'm saying I've given you directives. Do all what you could to make sure that Federal Executive Council has come back to see it visually in the most nearest future. So that was the call. And immediately the next day, that was on Tuesday, I quickly formed what I call the COVID-19 task team, okay, of Galaxy backbone. And then we were looking at fundamentally 3 objectives. or we have 3 targets. One is communication continuity. Okay, that means we must make sure that we can be able to communicate, okay, within us to make it possible for us to do whatever that is needed of us to do. Then we also come up with business continuity as Galaxy. You must make sure that we have delivered our services to all our customers, okay, within now this particular kind of a pandemic period. And then the third component, which is the most fundamental, is the government business continuity. That government must continue to function despite these challenges. And that was what happened. And it was in April. I just said March. So somewhere in April, around the middle part of April, usually about 3-4 weeks, we were set, and the Federal Executive Council had a maiden virtual meeting. Okay, I think somewhere toward the end of April or first part of March, May. And from that time to date, it has been now a history.
Thanks for staying with us. That was an exclusive interview with Professor Mohammed Bello Abubakar, the Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone Limited. With that segment, we draw the curtain on the show for this week. You can reach us on www.youtube.com/Digivation Network and our social media handles on your screens. On behalf of our regular anchor of this show, Bayero Agabi, thank you for watching. My name is Adaze Okia Ine. Stay safe.